Hello, civilized people. It says we're connecting. We are connected to the chat here. Connecting. Taking myself out for a walk here. I'm on a track. There's some other people out here with me. It's pretty dark. At least the white words show up against the dark background, doesn't it? Hey, Luke. How you doing? Welcome to the White Stream. Welcome, civilized friend, civilized citizen. We got a whole lot of things to talk about. I'm hoping that a few other people will see this notice that I'm back online. I was online for a few minutes. And then I didn't want to, the connection was pretty bad. And then I didn't want to be too far away from my car because they might tow it. That's what people get when you're in their space. They get all wound up. Oh, there's another person that's here. Okay, so we're up to 2. Hello, second person. Welcome to the live stream. I'm getting a third person, all right? It's populating. Is that okay to say that the chat's populating? Is that normal? Hello, Andronova. Luke-wee. Am I part of the Truth Stream Media? It's a good question. I don't know what I'm part of. We're like the Psychosis Stream, I think. Chad Chadson, how do you do? Good evening. All right, we got 3 people here. 3 of us. 4 of us. I guess I got to count myself. I'm guessing. Oh, here we go. Carrie, Mind. Uh-oh. Hey, Carrie. I'm just going to start with Carrie. I can't see very well because I'm walking and my phone is kind of jiggling around. Hello, my civilized friends. My brothers, sisters, cousins. Are we brothers and sisters or are we cousins? How should we do that? Just Carrie. Okay. Awesome. All right. Oh, I had to leave him in the house. Last night I took the big one out for a walk around here, and he made 1 lap around the track, and then he was like, all right, I'm done. Take me home. And then I carried him, and I did a couple more laps, and he wasn't too happy about it. He's a lightweight. Really? My voice is in the latest about Bill Gates? Really? I don't think I said anything about him. I didn't read anything. Wow. That's kind of cool. I like my voice. I don't know how I come across to other people, though. Anyway, so let's talk about a few things here. Let's see. I had to boot somebody. I'd never had to boot anybody. All this time I've been on, I guess I've only been on YouTube, maybe 2 years now, something like that. And I finally had to block somebody. Can you believe that? Somebody was getting abusive. They got all messed up and they got their knickers in a bunch because I said something nice about white people that was true. And because they thought, I don't know, see, they got really offended because they're white, they're mostly white. They got a little bit of non-white blood in them, but I'm not 100% white. I got American Indian blood in me, not a whole lot. I got some, but I'm still white. That's my cultural group. Let's see what I got here. Radical Greek, how do you do? Justin, thanks for coming, you guys. So yeah, I got accused of being a white supremacist. I mean, that really doesn't really hurt my feelings. I don't care. Call me a white supremacist if you want. BFD. No skin off my nose. And a white supremacist is somebody who thinks that they should rule over all the other races. I'm like, yeah, we already made that mistake. Hell no. Don't want to be ruling over anybody but ourselves. I love being white, and I do think white people are awesome. Yeah, so this person just got really abusive, verbally abusive, and I was like, nah, I'm done. And they said that they were going to report me. So, if you ever work with mentally ill people, because when I used to work in the hospital, I shouldn't even be proud of this, but when I worked in the hospital on this one nursing unit, I used to have this psycho nurse manager, and she'd never weigh the evidence. If anybody complained, she never weighed the evidence. The first person who complained to her, they were the person who was right and everybody else was wrong. So what I did was when I knew somebody was going to complain about me, I made sure I was in the front doing the complaining first. That doesn't work in a healthy situation. People think you're crazy. But when you're in a psycho situation, you just got to roll with the punches. And so this person, Salt something 44, I don't remember. I had to block him. I guess they can still see my posts, but they just can't comment on them. Which, I mean, oh well. Can always get a second YouTube channel and comment on them. But the person said they were going to report me. That's where I drew the line. I was like, no, do not threaten to report me. So I reported him first. Greek says, I know some people who worked with less mentally stable. Yeah. Now, I used to be a nurse. Nurses are, I don't know, some of them are okay, but the majority of them are not. They got some control issues. Some fella that when I was young and dating, some fella I went out with, he said, nurses give all day long, and when they come home, they're just like big giant sponges and want to suck the life out of you. Let's see. Andronova. Somebody told me they have a little Indian in them. I said, don't tell me about your sex stuff. That's hilarious. Bear Sing Torix. Yes, most nurses have serious control issues. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I got out of the profession, is because, oh, by the way, is the wind bothering you guys? Is it pretty bad? How's the wind? It's getting kind of windy. Yeah, nurses have really messed up problems. Let's see, I was working in this one nursing home. It was kind of a fancy place too. Nurses probably make nice wives. No, I would not recommend marrying a nurse. Depends on what kind of unit she works on. I was working in this fancy nursing home in Portland. I think it was Jewish and Jewish owned, and Jewish people were there, and patients were really nice, you know. Anyway, so one of the nurses, she said to me, she goes, you know, my children don't even listen to me, and they're so rude to me. I was like, somebody show me the exit quick. I don't want to get in this conversation. I couldn't believe it. She's like, my husband's not nice to me. My children aren't nice to me. Like, well, you know, you create your own reality. If you allow people to be mean to you, they're going to be mean to you. You got to draw the line somewhere. Oh, good. You guys can hear me. Oh, the wind's died down. Oh, good. I have my hand over the speaker, so hopefully it's blocking the wind. Let's see here. Bear Singetrix. I'm probably saying that wrong. That being said, many doctors are just as bad. You know, did I ever date a doctor? Yeah, I dated a doctor. Oh, he was handsome. He was actually a psychiatrist. He used to say that I was one of his patients. Let's see. Andro Nova better. Okay. Bear Sing Torix. The degree in training really goes to their heads. Yeah. Boy, we really go through the mill. Hello there, lockdown friend. How you doing? Not bad. I'm talking to my friends on the internet. Hope you don't mind. All I want when I come home is for the energy to be sucked out of me. God bless the white pill. Yeah. Let's see. What did I do when I was in nursing school? I had to take a bunch of prerequisites. And then I had to take some tests to see if I could qualify to get in. And then when I got in, I had to do classes and clinicals. And God, you know, the instructors for nursing school, they're not nice people. And if they don't like you, I had this one Filipino instructor. She did not like me. The other students were like, holy crap, I can't believe the way she's talking to you. But let's see, that was at PCC. And, that was when I had my son. And, you know, I just wasn't going to take my son to a babysitter if I could take him with me to school. And I took him everywhere with me. And not to clinicals, mind you, that's not normal, but you know, classes, he can go into classes with me, he can go into the study groups, all that kind of stuff. And people are like, no, you need to put your son in some sort of childcare. And I'm like, no, I don't. And even, you know what, when I got my nursing degree, I even got jobs where I was allowed to take my son with me. Now I got a funny story for you. When I was, let's see, I don't remember how old I was. I worked at this retirement center in Portland, and it's a 17-story building. And my son was 4 years old at the time. It was summer. It was a Rose Festival. If you're from the Portland area, you'll know about the Rose Festival. Rose Festival parade. You could go up to the 17th floor and watch the Rose Festival parade. So anyway, he takes a nap. He wakes up and he goes, you know, and he's 4, remember now, he's 4. I went to sleep. I woke up the next day and I was melting because he was sleeping on a plastic couch and he was sweating. So he thought he was melting. And he was so well behaved when he was little. He's still a well behaved kid. And he used to go hang out with the residents. And back when I worked in the retirement center, people were very much able-bodied then. And the residents used to take him and they'd go and watch the Rose Parade, and he'd go hang out with them and eat, spend time in their apartments. Let's see. Andronova, what kind of doctor? What kind of doctor did I date? Once I dated a psychiatrist. He used to tease me and tell me I was his last patient of the day. Widowmaker. Nurses aren't trained today like they used to be over 20 years ago. The nursing profession in the West has become, oh boy. Yeah, it really has. It's the shits these days. Even when, let's see, what year was it? You know, most of my career, I worked in nursing homes because there's fewer people there, and the work is really hard, and there's a lot of work, and when you're in situations like that, people leave you alone because they don't have time to fuck with you. Oops, I said the F word. Sorry, guys. They don't have time to get in your space if there's a lot of work to be done. The less work there is to be done, the more nurses will get in your space. Let's see here. Nursing home work is very hard, yes. Tourist slump. Funny sometimes what our reality does to the imagination of a child. Oh yes, it's awesome. Andronova, our psychologist, full of shit. Nah, this guy was super sweet. Widowmaker, nursing home work is very hard. Oh gosh, but I was in shape then. You know, I used to find the shittiest nursing homes in Portland and say, look, I'll work for $25 an hour to $35 an hour. You know, whatever you want to pay me, and I'll work almost every single shift you got. And I used to work 8 hours a week. It was pretty cool. I made tons and tons of money. I was exhausted though. Let's see. James Blackburn. Childcare reviews are scary. My wife and I are expecting our first and definitely want to avoid childcare. Thanks to feminists, we are two taxpayer household to make ends meet. Vercingetorix. I found nurses fell into two categories: the really cute and slightly ditzy ones that wanted to score a doctor husband, and type 2, the ugly mean ones that were smart and did all the work. I don't know about that. You gotta go with number 3, the incompetent ones and the facilities that just need a warm body. when I used to work in drug and alcohol rehab, hi girls. When I used to work in drug and alcohol rehab, I was part of a union, and I worked with the most incompetent nurses. It was unbelievable the stuff that they did. And when the patients got sick, they didn't even know it. And then they were really mean. You know, when you work in drug and alcohol patient inpatient drug and alcohol rehab, I was the only person there that did not have a drug or alcohol or any sort of an addiction issue. I got the job there because there was no bending and no lifting, and it's really hard to find a nursing job unless, of course, you know, you're stuck behind a desk. I don't want to do that, but that didn't require bending and lifting. And I got this sweet night job. All I had to do was audits all night long, and occasionally a patient come in and say, I got some ache or pain or whatever. And then I used to work with this one black fella. It was kind of funny because he was pretty short, and he'd be making his like $9 an hour, and he was he always wear some sort of baseball cap that matched the rest of his baggy attire, and it all looked so new and crisp. And God, and then he had 3 or 4 boys or something like that, and they all had, I don't remember what his name was, but they had some sort of derivative of his name in all the names. And what he said once to me, once you go black, you'll never go back. I'm looking at this guy. He's barely even 5 feet tall. I think I kept a straight face. I don't remember back then. That was back in the early 2000s. All right. Embarrassing torques. I shouldn't say ugly. Below average looking, perhaps. Yeah. Widowmaker. I've seen young women forced out of nursing because they were bullied. Oh, God. Widowmaker, I was one of those bullies. I never forced anybody to get fired, though. I was one of those people that nobody would mess with. Ooh, they're terrified of me. You know, I know this sounds kind of redundant, but because I keep saying this, you know, I'm from the middle of nowhere, and I used to wrestle with livestock. You know, the cows or the horses always trying to get me backed into the barn, and I only weighed 55 pounds when I was 10 years old. So I was a teeny weeny little person. And when I graduated from high school, I weighed 90 pounds. I was a teeny weeny tall. I was I'm not super tall. I was like 5'5", 90 pounds. Super duper skinny. But I was incredibly strong. And I don't know, I didn't tolerate anybody messing with me, saying anything. Oh, I came unglued. I was very dysfunctional, you guys. Let's see here. Space Jew. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. That's because no white man will have you. Oops, will have me? Jeez. Do you know how the problems I have with white men? I gotta carry a putty knife with me to get him off my leg. Isn't that rude? No, I do pretty good with white men. It's not because black is so amazing. Even black women. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, black people don't like each other. That, honestly, it makes me sad. You should like your own race. You should like your own people. And I think a lot of people get all bent out of shape about white people because they just don't like themselves and they don't like their race. I don't know, you just have to love yourself no matter what. I'm a cupcake. Oh, you're talking in general. Not to you, though. Oh, damn it, I wanted to be a cupcake. Widowmaker. I don't see many black people, and when I do, I can't tell which gender they are. It's brutal. Well, you're out in just a minute, don't tell me. Not New Zealand, not Australia, Tasmania. There you go. I got it. Look at that. There's 16 people following. Wow. Hey, welcome everyone. Hey, let's get into a couple more things here. All right, so on one of my videos, I called the beer bug my Sharona Cyrus, and I got that from Viva Fry. Do you guys know who Viva Fry is? He starts out his videos, I'm a lawyer turned YouTuber. So what he does is he will break down any bullshit in the news or lawsuits or whatever. It's usually whatever's in the news, and he'll break it down in understandable terms. He's amazing, absolutely amazing. He is like the Cliff Notes of legalese or whatever. Widowmaker, you're on point there, hun. Yes, they do look like men. That's sad. But you know, when there's a whole group of ugly people and all they see are other ugly people, do they know that they're ugly? I don't think ugly people know that they're ugly until somebody tells them that they're ugly. Ooh, it's getting dark out here. I got like 20 pounds I'm going to lose by about the 21st. I already lost 10 pounds. Let's see here. Radical Greek, I don't know. Oh, you know, I'm out here in the, it's getting kind of windy. How's the sound quality? Stupid people are funny. Huh. Sorry guys, let's see here. Oh, let's see, what else was I going to talk about. All right, so we talked about Viva Fry, and then this lockdown that we're all under. I mean, it's not like a super strict lockdown, but the thing is that millions of people have lost their jobs. Hairdressers cannot open their salon. This phony government lockdown, whatever you want to call it, it is harming small businesses. It's harming the little independent people, with the exceptions of a few, like mechanics. I actually called up my mechanic to check and see if they were still open, and they're like, oh, we're an essential business. I love my mechanic. They're so awesome. There's a whole bunch of fellas there, and they carry, and we get to talk about guns, and it's pretty cool. And they all drive Mercedes, so they're awesome. A lot of people say Mercedes isn't a good car, but I like Mercedes. I'm sorry. Let's see here. I need a haircut, yeah. What? Okay, Widowmaker says, my grocery cart was inspected for unnecessary goods by security at the shop. They took my veggies off me? Are you kidding me? Can you send me some pictures of that? It's probably like too late for that. Next time that happens, send me some pictures or video. So yeah, I've been putting off, because I'm cheap, getting my hair done. Because, you know, I got all my hair is not gray. Just like the front 8th part of my hair. I know that's ridiculous, isn't it? So to save a few bucks, I'll wear a hat. Well, it's starting to get warm, and I have a lot of baseball caps, but I just don't want to wear my hat all the time. I want to get my hair done, and I can't because all the shops are closed. And you know what I did before I realized all the shops were closed was I went through every single website or hairstylist in Vancouver, Washington, and then I went to the one. I was going to make a video about it, but I thought, no, that might be kind of mean. I went through all the ones for Portland, Oregon, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to get my hair done at any of these places. These ladies do not care how they look. Everybody looks so tired and sloppy. And there was one person who was like I don't know, you call it like a surgical mistake that looked like an alien. I was like, damn, They hire people that look like aliens. You don't know what gender they are. They just look like aliens. Kind of scary. Mercedes is white positive, right? It's made by Germans. Well, it used to be. Do you think this lockdown will last another week in guns, you say? What is your EDC? Okay. I don't know what EDC means. Yeah. So the government is assaulting small businesses here. And, except for, well, I don't know, mechanic shops independently, because my mechanics independently own, but they're more specifically attacking service businesses, such as, hairstylists, eat-in places, and those are mostly run by women and minorities. Well, I guess the minority majority. Have you guys heard that? The minority, whatever. Anyway, we won't go down that path, but that's the population that they're hurting the most. Oh, I was telling you about my hair story. So anyway, back to my hair story. I found some lady in San Francisco that charges $300. Okay, I've never paid for $300 to get my hair done. I found a lady who charges $300 in San Francisco. I sent her a message and I'm like, can you just give me a consult? And we did FaceTime a couple days ago. I love her. Oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, when I get enough money together, I'm flying down to San Francisco for the day so she can do my hair, and then I'll fly back home. I'm not going to stay overnight in San Francisco and poop in Needleville. No thanks. I have never known a wealthy hairdresser. That's what Roger says. Widowmaker, RACPM said, oops, hang on here, in a speech, this is the new West forever. Let's see. Widowmaker, $300 hairdo, no way. Well, Widowmaker, you're just not as ugly as I am. It takes a lot to get me looking decent. Bill Clinton gets a $300 haircut. I'm sure he gets a $300 BJ too. Let's see. Roger, well, maybe that one, but I don't know her. Yeah, I only get my hair done like 2 or 3 times a year. Whenever I can't wear my hat, I like to get my hair done. Just before Christmas and just before summertime. It's not like I'm running around in any bikinis, though. I'm way too chubby for that. When I first started doing this YouTube channel, I think I was about 135 pounds. I don't know what happened to me. Maybe YouTube made me gain weight. YouTube did it to me. It's bad for my health. Let's see. Rational Wrong Think. Hello from Australia. Let's see. Where did Slow-mo say that, Widowmaker? The numbers are not stacking up with their stated aim, but there is no way they could get this to be the norm. Aussies are Muppets, but we're not that dumb. Yep, same, I got mine done twice a year. Oh, okay, good. Chadson went to my mom's for dinner and had her give me a haircut. You're brave. You should have seen the haircuts that I gave my son. He used to go, when I would cut his hair, he used to go in front of the mirror and he'd scream. Poor kid. He'd just sit there so patiently letting me work on his hair and he'd just scream. I'm so mean. I can give the dog a haircut, but I can't give a human a haircut. Justin Lee, except for some of us going bald, not me. Men are lucky when it comes to hair. Oh yeah, there's been many times I've thought about, what if I shaved my head? Not that, God, what's the point of that? I love my hair. I would be devastated. Wear a beanie, then haircuts are necessary, right? I don't want anybody mixing me up with Tim Pool. Let's see, what's the next thing? Okay, so now the next thing I want to talk about is April 30th. April 30th is the last day of the lockdown. You gotta pass it around. Tell everybody. April 30th is the day that we go back to work. April 30th is the day that businesses open up. They can't stop us all. There's more of us than there is of them. And we need to stand together. Not that I want any... There's certain people that I'm really angry about being in my country, but I guess I'll have to bite my tongue. You know, just in case you guys don't know this, I do not bite my tongue very often. Autistic rage. I shave my head every 5 weeks. Probably doing it tomorrow, honestly. Well, so the people fight back, and the people say no. Then the police are going to be, you know what? We don't care. We don't get paid enough. We don't want to be involved. Well, and I guess it depends too on where you're at. Like where I'm at, we got a whole bunch of new police officers, and at least one of them that I know of, he's a little bit too big for his britches, but he's still in his 20s, and might be able to talk some or be rational with him, or you know, he might be okay. But there was a couple of Hispanic ones out here. I haven't seen them in a while, so I think they got replaced. I hope so. There's one Hispanic officer that I got into at one time. Oh, how's the sound quality, by the way? Wind's not blowing too bad, but... Oh, we're still being lied to, of course. Rational wrong. Think we are. All right. Yeah, so... Oh, by the way, I have one friend who's given me shit about saying that the My Sharona Cyrus is fake. Oh! You know, some friends are really nice and you just can't get rid of them. They can say anything. Oh, thanks. Okay, sound is good. Awesome. Oh, it's a bit windy. Oh, I have got like the runniest nose and I'm trying not to be gross. Usually when I'm at home and I'm on the computer, I always get like this air pocket in my chest. And now that I'm walking around, I'm getting a runny nose. It's like, I gotta change my name to I Can't Win. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Back to work. Open businesses up. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be scared to do it because some of the fines are $750 to $1,000 a day, you know, and they're going to revoke people's business licenses. So what we need to do is we need to find out who the people are who have the power to put into the computer system that there's fines that have been issued. Not just, we need to find out who can write the tickets. We need to find out who puts that information into the computer and who enforces that. And we need to let these people know that they can't do that. Oh my God. Sorry, you guys. That was disgusting. Sorry about that. Now you guys are going to hate my guts. Anyway, I got to edit that out of my video. I guess I delete this one. Anyway, so we could just tell people to open up businesses. Oh, another thing too is that before the lockdown, I sent an email, a scathing email to my sheriff, and I haven't heard back from the sheriff. And I talked to somebody at the Humane Society today through email, and I was giving him shit about not having an event. They have what's called a walk/run event, and I was like, why wouldn't you have that event? It's outside. Don't you people know how to use the internet and look up how diseases are passed? And she said to me, well, we want to have the event, but all the parks are closed. So we need to make, I don't know, 4:30 sounds like a good date to me. I didn't even look and see what day of the week it's on. It's kind of dark and creepy out here, isn't it? Look how dark it is. yes. Oh, and you know that lady. Chad says he's in Eugene, Oregon. Let's see. I'm sorry if I keep sniffing. Let's see. Bears singing twerks. One time there were budget cuts to our local law enforcement. They came around door to door trying to get a petition signed by the community to keep them on. I laughed in his face and said, nah. Andrew Nova, he came to work with half his haircut and said it overheated. Widowmaker, rational wrong thing. Have you taken a look at our local hospital's lounge? Cheston is empty and there's 2 teenage girls in the car park giving out free vaccinations. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Dave demo. I don't want to dox myself, but I work in healthcare. There are people in the hospital with this virus, but the beds are not overrun. So Dave, case history. What do we got going on here? Do we got somebody who's just got no health problems, no previous health problems, and they're getting this virus? Well, the only way that you can know if they're getting this virus is if they've tested positive, and I find it really bizarre that they would do a nasal and a cheek swab. I know that you can test for AIDS through cheek cells from the cheek, and you can also test through blood. So I don't know which tube you use for HIV testing, though. Let's see, rational wrong thing. Not everything we're told is a lie. China really does kill its own people for any reason or none. It feels like it, yeah. Bernie was a fan of bread lines. Obama illegally spied on Trump, yeah. That I don't doubt. B-Wood, I'm not going to say that. Let's see. Justin Lee. John Prine, the singer, died of the celebrity disease. He was a 71-year-old smoker, but it was the myshronovirus. Widowmaker. People have pre-existing health conditions. Okay. So that lady, her name is Dr. Birx, B-I-R-X. She's got blonde hair, and she's always wearing a scarf. And now, I love the scarves. I used to be a scarf wearer. Back when I was young and beautiful, I wore a scarf. Not like the big giant monster scarves that she wears, but I used to always wear a scarf around my neck. And anyway, she said, oh, in some countries, they're not making the disease as the cause of death if it's a secondary or if it's not the primary cause of death. But in the United States, we're putting it as a primary cause of death even if people die of something else. So there you have it, folks. I can't do the voice exactly right, but close enough. All right, I'm down to 10%. I love scarves. A lot of people are terrified of this myshronovirus. All right, so yesterday I went to the grocery store, and I don't think it's owned by a large corporation. I don't know. I know there's 2 locations in my area, and I don't think they have other locations anywhere else. But that doesn't mean they're not owned by a large company. Anyway, so I get up to the cash register, and there's a big giant piece of plexiglass in front of the lady, but if you could, it's only about, 18 inches wide, and it's like 24 inches high. And so I step to the right of it, and there's no plexiglass shield, and there's the doodad, you stick your card in there, and there's the counter for writing your check. And me, being the asshole that I am, I said, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this thing? Don't you fucking people know how to look things up on the internet? Don't you fucking people realize that this is the first time in human history that people have access at their fingertips of all kinds of information? Oh my God, what is all this nonsense? Yeah, I said it like that, kind of. Maybe not exact words, but I yelled. I'm just so frustrated with the stupidity. And this lady, she was probably mid to late 50s, maybe early 60s. I don't know. I'm really a poor judge of age. she was shaking. She's so mad at me. And then she rang all my stuff through, and then a lady behind me who happened to work for the store, she put her stuff down, and there was like a mini puddle of water on the conveyor belt thing, and she started freaking out about that. And the lady tells her, calm down, that was from my stuff. No, just... And then when I left the store, there was a young man standing outside, and he had a face mask on, and I said, you know, if you're outside, there's no way you're going to get any sort of illness. I could cough, and it wouldn't go in your face, and it wouldn't go in your eyeballs or down into your lungs, nowhere. The wind would take it away. You're safe. And I said, you know, you're more likely to get sick from whatever the chemicals are in that face mask than you are from me. And he took it off. He's like, thank goodness I didn't want to wear this thing anyway. My mom bought this for me. And then we talked a little bit more, and he said, do you happen, and he's probably like mid-20s, do you happen to know anybody who's got the My Sharona Cyrus? And I said, nope. And he said he didn't either. So every single young person that I'm talking to, and then as a side note, I don't want you to think that all young people are woke, but pattern recognition here. Young people notice patterns, and they are noticing, and plus they're not in the indoctrination camps either right now, they're noticing that they don't know anybody who has this. So they're questioning the validity of it. And then the young man, he asked me about 5G. So I looked up 5G. 5G causes like about 200 different health issues. It doesn't cause like one or two. So do you think 5G is causing all this? I was like, I can't even say. Laundry list is long. All right, let's see what we got here for comments. Oh boy. My new name is Karen. Okay, Dave Demo, do you think, or do you know for sure if these people who are testing positive for the Cyrus had a 2019-2020 influenza shot? Let's see. Did I sound like Burks, Dr. Burks? She sounds like a dimwit. I just can't wrap my brain around her being a doctor. I worked with a bunch of doctors, and they don't ramble like she does. They're like, get in, get out. Don't talk too much. Get away from me. Roger, Prine had cancer before, so if he survived the treatment, it was temporary. Okay. Rational wrong think. I think more people probably died rubbing one out that died of China flu last week. Okay. Died of rubbing one out. Oh, that's funny. Bear Sing Torix, your new name is Karen. Can I talk to your manager, please? I don't have big hair. I got au natural hair and then smack a hat right on top of it. I hate fixing my hair. Pisses me off. The older I get, the more frizzy it becomes. Let's see here. Rational wrong thing. People do not research, though. That's the problem. Yeah. Widowmaker. Rational wrong think. PK Censored made a video of the suicides from being locked down. 21 Aussies have taken their own lives. That's sad. Let's see here. All right, I lost track of where I'm at. I got to go down to the bottom. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Widowmaker, suicide is the biggest killer of our men and boys, not the beer flu. Bill Gates loves us. Of course he does. He wants the best for us. Dave, I wouldn't know. Dave Demo, got a question for you. If you ask questions, will people become suspicious? I mean, don't do anything that's going to jeopardize yourself, but my email is leftcoastchickadee@gmail.com if you got anything. And I won't rat you out. I don't rat anybody out. Life's too short for that. I'm here to make friends, not enemies. Not frenemies either. let's see here. Gates. Okay, do you remember that video that I made? It was like 2 videos ago about the one guy talking and he's moving his head and his eyes around. And it can show you how they can, had Trump in the end of the pictures, the far upper right picture, moving his eyes back and forth. I think that's what they're doing with Bill Gates. I'm not sure though. Okay, rational wrong. Think the younger demographics. That's true. So far as I know, it seems that telling young men they're toxic is harmful. Oh, okay. So, the shit that they're spraying on us. Somebody told me today that if you see a red cloud above you from the planes, it's probably lithium. But that would make you not suicidal. If you were bipolar and you took lithium, that would balance you out. Honestly, I think that whatever they're spraying on us, or the fluoride in the water, or whatever, I think it makes people bipolar. To be honest with you, and I don't know, people just used to be so honest and matter of fact. I'm a very honest, matter of fact person. And they're just not. People are not reliable. People are degenerate, and they're not everybody. And I'm coming to the conclusion that people who are degenerate are actually in the minority, and people who are not degenerate just keep their mouths shut and lay low. Degenerates are pretty dangerous. And then the people who protect the degenerates, those are pretty dangerous people themselves. Lithium makes us docile, that's right. Oh, Justin Lee, is anybody else's internet really slow since the quarantine? Yeah, mine is. Oh, those 2 girls that were up in the stands are gone. It's really strange, you know. One of those girls lives just a few doors down from me, and she's probably 18. Why would you come out in the field with your friend and sit up on the thing? I don't know. That's pretty bizarre. But I don't know. I think a lot of, well, it's kind of hard to say. You know what? When I was young, I was ignored. Well, it wasn't because my mom hated me or anything like that. You know, my dad had a business, and we lived on this farm, and my mom had tiny kids, and it was me and the livestock. Do you know that goats try to eat your clothes off your body? Have you ever had that happen before? I have. I just stand there and let them do it. I was 4, I didn't know any better. You know, I used to like Edward Dutton. What did he do? He did something with Richard Spencer, and he's like gone full retard. Chad, I don't know if you're talking about dysgenic breeding, why people are committing suicide. It's just hard to say. I do see a lot of young men who are in distress. It's really weird because, sometimes I get some part-time gigs doing surveys, and it's the young men who won't talk to me. When I say, hi, can I ask you a few questions? And they just get all scared, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like they think I'm KGB or something. Let's see, Dave. Did you want me to ask them if they took the 2019 flu shot or the 2018 one? I can talk to people in the ICU. Oh, Dave, you are a gem. Yes. Ask people if they've had previous flu shots, because I had heard, and I can't confirm this or whatever, if it's true or not, I had heard that people who got the 2019/2020 flu shot were testing positive for the Myshorona-Cyrus. Vercingetorix. Spencer is toxic. If you get involved with him, he destroys you. I saw he was congratulating China's response to the beer flu recently. Huh. Rational wrong think. No, I have had an old cow try to rip my clothes off, though. Haha. I don't think you're talking about the farm animal cow, are you? Andrew Nova. Susie, you took care of animals? Yeah, I lived on a homestead. Spencer is a pagan and a Fed. I think Spencer is a reverso. He's got a female body. And he talks kind of weird. It doesn't talk like a dude. I don't know. My goal is to lose 19 pounds in the next 10 days or something. How long do I have to walk? Do I have to walk until my legs break off? Let's see here. He's gay. No, I think he's a female posing as a male. Honestly, he's got girly hips. He's got a body, well, I wouldn't say like mine. Because I'm kind of a chubster. I've got the body shape of a marshmallow right now. Like a slightly warmed marshmallow. But because I'm a tiny person, when I gain weight, I don't look like a big fat whale. I don't have a Dunlop. You know how some people, when they gain weight, their tummy Dunlops over the top of their pants? I don't have that. Thank God. All right, let's see. Tourist slump. It seems any shot in anyone's lifetime could have planted some dormant thing that they are trying to cause sickness with. I don't know who really does. All right, so there is a YouTube channel called The Truman Show. And I think the guy who runs it, he's like some doctor. And I almost said, go back to your frickin' country. He looks like he's probably East Indian or something like that. Maybe from Bangladesh. But I gave him a chance since he had a lot of really intelligent information. And I think it was him on the channel. I don't know. It looked like it was. So The Truman Show, he's been busting out a whole lot of content. And what did he talk about? He talked about Bill Gates. He did talk about maybe the people who got the 2019 flu vaccination are testing positive for the virus. What else did he say? Geez, just a whole bunch of stuff. And then there's like a whole lot of 5G stuff too. So I guess I got to go back and look and see. Oh, and then there was one fella. I don't remember what this fella's name was, but he was a university professor. It's kind of going viral, so you guys might have seen it. This university professor says you can directly coordinate, whatever. When we started having radio waves, is when we started having virus pandemics. But there was a pandemic in the 1400s, like the bubonic plague, whatever. Some of that stuff was like from superstition, like killing off cats and the rats overran the place, and people got bit by the rat fleas. I don't know. I've never been close enough to a rat to see what kind of fleas they have and if they bite. Oh yeah, Spencer is an Ashkenazi. Let's see here. So Vercingetorix, the technical name for the tummy that flops over the belt line, I think it's called a panus, P-A-N-U-S. I think Spencer is divorced. And his, whatever female he was hooked up with, it looked like a he-she creature. All right, rational wrong thing. It is funny how the media highlight when a white says something racist, but ignore the killing of whites by non-white racists. Yeah, almost like they have an agenda. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, the media is out to make money. That is their ultimate goal. I don't know if they necessarily hate us, but I think they do hate us. Never mind, what am I saying? They hate us. But I think that when they push the hatred